Hello guys and welcome to episode 7 on the So Tell Me podcast. My name is Callum and this is Claire.
Hello.
We are very excited to present this week's podcast because we have just come back from Festival of Quilts.
We have indeed, and we are so incredibly tired. So in today's episode, we are going to be talking about Festival of Quilts 2026, how it has been for us from a business perspective for Barnyards and Happy Japan. I'm then going to chat about my perspective as a consumer and how it has been this year, and kind of our experiences. We've got a very funny story from actually one of our members of staff from Festival of Quilts, which had us all in stitches. So yeah, look forward to that.
I've not heard it.
Have you not?
No.
Oh, it's very good. Very, very good. So let's kick things off. Let's talk about Festival of Quilts from the business perspective. How was it this year? How was 2026? You know, give us an overview and then give us some highlights and some lows.
Okay. Yeah, so obviously first time we've done Happy Japan. So that's obviously been very new to us. We've done Barnyards there every year. Every single year we go there, we seem to be getting a slightly larger stand.
Yeah.
We're very lucky that we've got some good sponsors there, Madeira there, Orifal there. We're potentially looking at Goodman next year as well, but it means that we can bring more stock than ever. We've got a more stock stand than ever. And this year it was good. Sales were good. We met loads of new people.
We did.
And it was just really busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, really busy.
Yeah, definitely. I think the thing I noticed was, I think because we went into Festival of Quilts, obviously with this brand new brand, we were launching Happy Japan. We were a little bit nervous about how it would be received.
Well, we were sat there on Wednesday morning thinking, how's this actually going to go?
Yeah, because obviously people come to these things and a lot of the time they've done their research if they're buying a machine.
Yeah.
You know, one lady, fantastic, woman after my own heart, she had a laminated clipboard
Seriously.
with the machine she was looking at, all the specs she wanted, and she was going through, and I was like, that is how you do it.
I think for me it was when we kind of walked into the exhibition room and it was like we saw the big banner there, we saw it all vaulted up on the ceiling, and we saw the carpet, and I was just thinking, oh my god, imagine if we just get no one come up to the stand.
Yeah.
And I think as soon as the show opened and we had like 2 customers come straight over to us and say, oh, I've been watching your videos, or, you know, been looking at this online, I was just thinking, oh my god.
Yeah.
Like, I can't actually believe that maybe we're talking to maybe 3 or 4 people.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
great.
Absolutely.
So
No,
yeah,
it was really good.
and then obviously when you actually get to sit down, demonstrate the machines of a brand that is brand new,
Yeah.
it's a really surreal experience because, you know, it's such a fun experience feeling that, like, you know, this is brand new to the UK. No one's ever seen these before. You know, we can demonstrate them. They are as good as we've been talking about, and they get to actually use them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they bought them.
Yeah, which is brilliant. We were all really pleased with the reception we got because obviously, you know, people like to stick to their known brands.
And you briefed me before the show saying, I want you to have
we had
no
strict
expectations. We're selling no machines. And I was like, do you know how much the stand cost?
I think you need to go in with expectations low, and then, to be honest, what we did while we were there absolutely smashed my expectations. So
we're really happy.
Really thrilled.
But also just the fact that we managed to speak to loads of people and do loads of demonstrations, and, you know, I feel like there were so many people who went away and didn't buy who, you know, we've now kind of introduced them to a brand that I do genuinely think that they'll come back and we'll have more conversations and they'll buy eventually.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's good.
Definitely. No, it was really interesting, and it was really nice that people were curious as well. A lot of people came over and said, you know, I'm not necessarily looking to buy, but I'm just intrigued. I've never heard of your brand. So that was really nice that people were open to a new brand and finding a little bit more about it. So yeah, it was really positive overall.
It's almost like you've done your job.
Oh, thanks.
You've done the bare minimum.
I'm joking. The bare minimum. No, it all looked great, and the stand looked great, if I do say so myself.
Well, can I just say, I've never working at exhibitions with just men on the stands before. I have to say, I've never seen such organisation, attention to detail.
You're welcome.
So thank you.
You're welcome. It might not last, but you're welcome.
Well, that was a good starting point. What was the thing you said that we're going to do at all shows? We're going to have a care package with all the essential supplies moving forward. Salt, pepper, cereals.
I mean, you did demand a hairdryer and a speaker in there.
No, you're just completely out of me. You didn't need to mention that.
I did offer my own hairdryer and you went, nah.
No, not that. Has to be GHD.
Yeah. Such a diva. Dyson hairdryer only.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it all went really well, which I was really pleased. because it was all a little bit chaotic leading up to it. As it's going to be regardless. It doesn't matter how organised you are, it's going to be chaotic.
And in terms of behind the scenes, I mean, we have to talk about the Air BNB. So obviously for us, when we've done exhibition, we've done them for many years. We tend to stay at hotels when it's a smaller amount of staff, and then when we get like 6+, it just doesn't become viable.
Yeah.
So we tend to get an Airbnb, which is a lot more comfortable. We can all chill on in the evening.
Yeah.
And obviously for this show, because we had so many staff, like 12, 13 in the end. I mean, there was like probably 4 Airbnbs in the whole of the UK that could sort of cater for that many people. Yeah. So we managed to find the one near Birmingham.
We did.
And it was great.
It was fantastic.
We loved it, didn't we, when we turned up?
We had a great time, and I think it was nice because it meant, it is very full on when you're spending literally 24/7 with people for what ended up being 6-7 days in a row.
7 days, and then you're back at work the next week.
Exactly. So it was really nice because everyone had their own space, but also then we could relax with each other. You guys were having your Wimbledon tennis court dynamic, and the rest of us were not.
We were just slogging it, drinking Aperols and chilling.
I know, we were having a great time.
Sorry, it was so hard.
But it was really nice because we could, blow off a bit of steam in the evening.
Were downsides to it, though. I think you mentioned the fact you had to spend time with your colleagues, but I think the biggest issue was the delegation process for cooking.
Oh my
tidying,
word, yeah.
Cleaning up after ourselves, and it was like cheaper by the dozen. It was like actually having a family of kids.
I felt like I was back at university.
The problem was I ended up doing all the cooking, all the cleaning, all the washing, and everyone just ended up doing their own thing.
Right, you've done it now. I'm really going to out you. So we get to the Airbnb. We need to start planning the meals for the week. Callum's like gone into delegation mode, and he's like, I need 3 chefs, I need 3 cleaners, I need this, I need that. And I'm sitting there going, Callum, what on earth are you going to do? And he's going to go, nothing.
No, that's not what I said. Someone has to unfortunately manage the operation, and if no one's managing the operation, then delegation can't be achieved.
Yeah, but you weren't really managing things. You were just kind of stirring a pot.
And then also when we did the delivery order on that takeaway night, I just completely lost my
Yeah, you did.
Have you ever?
It was like seeing a toddler go, I've had enough.
Has anyone ever gone onto the Deliveroo app and gone to order a Nando's and ordered 12 to 13 meals, and every single thing? Hannah wanted the extra halloumi. Yeah. Chris wanted 2 sides instead of 3. It's just incredibly frustrating.
It was very.
I spent an hour doing it and basically just threw my phone on the floor and stormed out.
We needed to put you in a corner to have a bit of time out for a while.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm annoyed talking about it now, to be honest.
Okay, let's move swiftly on then.
But no, overall, I mean, it was great.
It was really good, and I think it was really nice because it is intense, Festival of Quilts, but everyone got on really well. We did have one occasion where I think nerves were tested, and we'll try and pop a little video in because we did reenact this because we thought it was so funny.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Have you done the footage for this?
I have done the footage for this. So essentially, on the last day, was it last day or second to last day?
Second to last day.
Festival of Quilts. We're all very overstimulated, and Ben had gone outside to do some bird watching because it was a lovely rural area we were staying in. Had a nice cup of Yorkshire tea. He was perusing the garden, like, look at all the birds. He had his little app out, like Jeremy Clarkson, going, oh, that's a woodpecker and that's a whatever. I was sitting on the outdoor chairs, just minding my own business, and all of a sudden I start hearing these really quite exotic bird noises, and I'm sitting there going, what on earth? And I see out the corner of my eye that Will, our head technician, has appeared out of nowhere, and it's crouching behind the barbecue, playing YouTube videos of birds from the jungle.
That is so nasty because Ben's really into his bird watching. So if I can just give you a really quick synopsis, this app basically, when you've found a bird that you've not had on your unlocked list before, it basically does a big tick next to it. So there's these foreign, like South African parrots that were screaming out, ticked, and he's looking at his phone like, oh my god, all in Birmingham. And Will's just sat there, exotic bird. It was brilliant. It was so funny.
It was absolutely brilliant. So yeah, we did a little reenactment of that because it was just too funny. So that will be up on our social media, but I'll also maybe pop a little clip into this. But yeah, so it was really good fun. We had a great time, and no one hurt themselves, which was good. We had no first aid issues.
Hurt the bank account with the Starbucks.
Well, yeah, that was your own fault though.
I've got loads of Starbucks awards though, so that's
Yeah,
fine.
exactly. You'll
I'll
be
be
fine.
using those over the next few weeks.
Well, just use them for the next show.
No, I won't be wasting them. I'll be using them in Miami.
Fair enough.
Frappuccino, strawberry frappuccino with extra cream.
Oh, very nice. So Starbucks, if you want to get in touch, we'll happily be your next sponsor. Oh, you can be our next sponsor.
Yeah.
Yorkshire Tea, I'd just like to put it out there. You've not been in touch. I'm very disappointed.
Yeah,
Please get in touch.
Yeah, we'll sort that out.
We'll sort it. But yeah, so it was really good. Interestingly, though, when we were speaking to kind of other stand holders, they weren't necessarily saying that it had been the busiest show that they've been to in a few years.
I think there was definitely wider aisles, and I think there was definitely a different culture of, it wasn't rammed.
Yeah.
We obviously did a new stand layout with multiple tills on the outside of the stands, because I think one of the big criticisms we had was that people wanted to get into the stand and shop, whereas last year and the year before, so I said last, very posh there, I don't know where that came from. Last year, the stand, basically you would pay at the front of the stand, but that would block all the stock off.
Yeah.
So we tried a completely different technique, and it turned out to be way more efficient. But I definitely noticed it being quieter, and obviously you talk to all the other stand holders throughout the show, and I think the general consensus definitely was, people were down.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you can never judge it. It could be weather, it could be a train strike, it could be the exhibitors maybe having an issue with what they're selling, or it could be the organisers. You just do not know what the problem is. But there was definitely a moot tone.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it's interesting because, especially if you haven't worked at an exhibition like that before, a lot of people assume that the Saturday is going to be the busiest day.
100%.
And actually, it's usually
the third busiest.
Yeah. Thursday is usually the busiest day.
Correct.
And then it just kind of goes down from there.
So I reckon 5 years ago, it used to be Thursday the busiest, Saturday the second, Friday the third, Sunday the fourth.
Yeah.
But it's definitely changed to just a steady decline from Thursday to Sunday. Yeah. So that is really interesting, actually.
It is really interesting. And I think it maybe reflects the demographic that are going to the shows, for one. Probably more likely to be those that aren't working during the week, and also want to avoid the crowds.
It's a difficult one as well, because I feel like at the end of the day, we're all in it for the same common goal. We all want to keep the exhibitions going. Yeah. We all want to make sure people can come touch, feel machines, threads, fabrics, whatever. Yeah. But, it is very expensive in every aspect. It's expensive for exhibitors, it's expensive for customers to go to the shows, to park, to pay for your tickets, to then buy the products when you're in there. And I think it is a troubling time at the moment, because I think you've got to really be careful. There is a limit to what people are happy to pay. So,
Absolutely.
we've got to really bear that in mind for the future as well, because we want to see the quilts, we want to see store holders. Everyone really likes the connection, but everything is getting very expensive. And as I said to you on the last podcast, as we talk about risks, the stands, taking 2 stands to this show, the costs are astronomical. And the money you have to make to pay for the stands is incredible, and that's just to kind of like cover your costs. So there's definitely twos and fro's for it.
No, it is. It's really interesting, and I'd be intrigued to actually see some data on attendance and also like analytics of it, but that's just me loving analytics. But it would be really interesting to see, because I didn't see as many of the younger generation of quilters or sewists coming to this show as usual. So it would be really interesting to see that data, because I personally, and I must admit, I didn't watch as closely as maybe I usually would, but I didn't see as many. For instance, I didn't see a single person from Sewing Bee, not a single one. My Sewing Bee bingo was empty.
Yeah, no, I didn't see anyone either.
And usually I always spot at least a few. No, so it was interesting, and it was interesting because I actually saw a post the other day from Festival of Quilts, saying, closing the show and saying how great the show had been, which was lovely. But then I was looking through the comments, and some of the people commenting were saying, they really liked the fact that the aisles were wider and there was more space to sit down, which on one hand for the consumer, great, really positive. But I think for businesses, that really reflects how many people are struggling or not able to.
I was speaking to a few of the sewing machine dealers, and with the best will in the world, you know, the show is only a show if you've got every type of exhibitor. So it's great having your big machine brands. You know, we're very lucky that we can go to the shows, we can sell machines, and it's high value items. But, you know, when you're trying to get, you know, makers, creators, people who are, you know, trying to sell patterns, kits on a much smaller scale, you know, you buy a 3x2 meter stand, which is smaller than half of the studio, and it costs you the price of a small car. How are they possibly expected to pay for their stand, pay for their accommodation, pay for the staffing, and then make a little bit of money? Because ultimately they need to make money for to carry on. So it's really difficult, because I also worry that, you know, in the next 5 years, what's going to happen is you're just going to be left with 15, 20 of the big retailers, and all of the quality and the, you know, the smaller stores which make the show so
and
great
the variety
are not going to be there. And also, one more thing while we're ranting, the quilt entries, you know, are really expensive as well. And I saw everyone queue up at the end of Sunday to pick up their quilts. I came out of the hall at about 6, and they're all still queuing there to pick up the quilts.
Mad.
It's crazy.
Mad.
Anyway, I'm not trying to disrespect the Festival of Quilts, because
No, not at all. We absolutely
but it's just
love
a bit
it.
of positive feedback, negative,
constructive feedback.
It's negative feedback.
No, it's really interesting to kind of, you know, I know you've seen it for many, many, many years. I've seen it for quite a few years.
I've seen it for 10 years, but it was like 70 years old.
You've been there since you were 6, weren't you?
I was putting thread away when I was 6.
Yeah.
I think
that's
that was a
what
lie,
you
but
said last week.
Who was you say that to?
I don't know.
Anyways,
no, it is. It's interesting, and I think as a consumer, I mean, don't get me wrong, I go to a lot of shows because I work a lot of shows, so I do see a lot of the same stuff every single time. So I am gonna be, quote unquote, a bit sick of seeing the same stuff every time. And people, especially you.
Yeah.
But as if I wasn't going, you know, to every single show, especially if it's year on year, to see literally exactly the same stuff can get a bit repetitive. I mean, even Faye said that she doesn't like going to the shows anymore because it's very much the same stuff year on year. Faye, by the way, is the other half of one of our staff.
I think, like you said, it's all constructive, and you know, next year, you know, we can always do our best to speak to the organisers, because they want to have a good show. They want to make the experience great for everyone. They've got to make their money as well, but we've just got to find a way to kind of find a hybrid, I think, because people want to come to shows, people want to spend, people want to sort of conversate and talk to us. You know, people like that sort of personal touch, and that's why we've always done exhibitions. So I think there's definitely room for improvement, and I'm sure it will get better. But I did notice this year it did feel quieter. Yeah.
Definitely. It'll be interesting actually to look at the year as a whole and see across the shows, because I think in general shows are becoming a little bit quieter. And to be honest, I'm not 100% sure why. So it would be interesting to look at that. But so let's close off our Festival of Quilts.
So we've done quilts, chilts and kilts. Anything else?
Well, we'll find out next week.
Gilts. That's a good one.
Festival of Quilts. That's quite good, isn't it?
Yeah, we should use that.
We should. Let's close off this section. Can you give me your high and your low of Festival of Quilts 2026?
I think genuinely for me the high was the genuine love of you guys using the machines, demoing the machines, and people buying the Happy Japan machines. I think there's something quite exhilarating about the fact that we've brought up branding because we are excited about where it's going to go, and for the first time launching a brand and seeing the public and our own team be so passionate and excited about it as well. And I think when you gave me the opinion that I couldn't have any expectations, and then we smashed through the expectations and actually had a really good show, it is exciting, and it gives me a lot of confidence that we've got a really exciting brand there. So that has to be, for me, the biggest, most exciting thing. I think the biggest low for me was having spent time with everyone outside of work. I think being in the Air BNB, not being able to get away, felt very trapping. No, it was great.
So it wasn't losing to Chris and Joe at tennis?
No, I never did that. I think that I'm going to move swiftly on. I think the biggest low for me over the whole show was I actually don't have one.
You don't have one?
I actually don't have one. I think I love the festival quilt. I love doing the show. I love the staff we go with. I genuinely had a really good time. What about you?
So I had a lot of highs actually. I really enjoyed spending time with the team and getting to know everyone that little bit more, because obviously I'm still new to the office, so it was nice to spend some time with people, you know, outside of the work environment. So that was one of my highs. My other high was having people come up and say they actually really love the podcast.
Claire is famous.
I am famous. I don't want to be famous. No, it was really nice because, you know, obviously we get feedback through comments and things like that and views, but actually to have someone take the time out of their day to come over and say, you know, I really love the podcast. I love the dynamic you two have.
Because it's funny you say that, because I had some feedback at the show as well, and they were saying how I might as well just do the codpast on my codpast. Would have been funny if I could.
You're trying to be cocky and it didn't work.
It would have been so funny. Anyway, never mind. My joke didn't work. As we were.
So you want to do the podcast by yourself?
No, it was just the feedback that I was given by everyone. No, I'm joking. It's not even funny now.
Let us know in the comments.
Codpast.
Who do you want to
do the codpast with?
Be the lead on the codpast in the future?
But no, it was really good, wasn't it?
It was.
And we had loads of good feedback.
We did. It was really nice. Lows. To be honest, like you, I didn't really have any lows.
It's good, isn't it?
I wanted to kill Bill and Ben.
Straight stitch, straight
like
through
butter,
there.
like butter.
And what were the other two? Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
The two
It usually just comes to us on the spot,
Yeah.
so it's a bit like so.
pairs of
The
donuts.
two, yeah. I wanted to kill all of them by the end of the week, but that's just because they're very energetic, and I was definitely
energy.
not by Sunday. My wow moment of the show was seeing Matt Wilding's quilted ball.
Do you know what? That actually was really interesting.
was
It looked
amazing.
insane.
Yeah.
Have you seen the way he blew it up?
Yeah, I've watched his little time-lapse video putting it
The
all
only thing
together.
that I saw in the comments, there was a little bit of Karen behaviour around the fact that it wasn't actually a quilt. This is what was said. Now, what it says on the rules and regulations of the Festival of Quilts competition, apparently, is that no apparatus can be used with the quilt, with said quilt, and obviously he had a frame around his apparatus. I think that was wrong though, because I think on the quilt competition he entered, you could.
Right.
So yeah, I think it was just people in the comments being
Either
jealous.
way, it was very cool.
It was one of the coolest things I've ever seen in terms of like creative,
It
like
was-
genuinely insane, and the detail is incredible.
Yeah, it was. It was absolutely amazing. And I wasn't expecting it at all. So when I walked around the corner, I was just kind of like, what?
Yeah.
So yeah, it was incredible.
But it's good though as well, because it's almost like defining and changing the way people view quilting.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just making it literally is an art, and you know these things are museum quality piece, and this takes nothing away from the quilts that we saw, because they're actually incredible.
Yeah.
So it's just nice to have a bit of varied.
Yeah, definitely.
work.
I mean, the quilts were incredible across the board this
They always
year,
are.
and they always are. But yes, it was really nice to see something quite dynamic and different. Let's move on to our story. So, I don't know whether you've actually heard this.
I haven't heard it.
Okay. So, this is actually a story from one of our staff, Chris.
Okay.
Who, if you were at Festival of Quilts, you've probably met Chris and Joe, the dynamic duo, or Tweedledum and Tweedledee, as I call them. And they were on the barnyard stand. And the two of them are best friends, have been for a long, long time. And they are going to Norway this year.
Yes, I have heard this.
And because they're going to Norway, they've decided to start learning Norwegian. So, they're on the stand, they're, serving customers. And this one lady comes over and she puts her payment through. And it flags as like an international payment method. So she has to, do the extra bits and pieces. So Chris realises that this lady is Norwegian.
Because of her card?
Because of her card.
Okay, fine.
And says to her, you are very nice.
Polite?
Yeah, absolutely.
Reasonable?
Showing, in Norwegian I will add, not just randomly
Can
going,
you
are really
give
nice.
me the Norwegian, please?
Absolutely not.
Go on, give it a try.
Absolutely not. So he says this, and the woman kind of looks quite shocked. And he, at the
But
time,
why would
he
she look
said,
shocked?
I don't know why she'd look shocked. Chris said at the time he was a bit kind of like, that's quite an odd reaction, but okay. And then, went on with his day. She then comes back later on in the day and goes, by the way, what you said to me earlier was actually, you are very beautiful.
Oh. So Chris propositioned someone in Norwegian.
So she very kindly corrected him and said, this is what you need to say, and was very sweet to him.
That
and
is so
basically
funny.
was like, you know, that's very kind, but also incorrect.
And Chris would have absolutely hated that as well. That is so embarrassing.
Bright red. So that was absolutely
Poor woman.
hilarious. I know. Well, you know, to be fair, she's been called
Depends
kind
how he
and
said
beautiful.
it.
And...
Have a nice day, or have a nice day, beautiful.
Yeah. So, yes, that was
That is
Chris's
brilliant.
funny story from the show. I'm sure we'll have more.
Can I just ask, why were you filming at the house? What were you filming them all for that looked like a Netflix documentary?
Well, you'll have to see, won't you?
Oh, can we not talk about that?
We absolutely can, because I haven't fully decided how it's going to come out yet.
So the last thing I saw was, nothing was said to me, but your tripods come out on the outside area. I walk out and you've got everyone sat there, one at a time, looking like they're doing a Netflix documentary, including my girlfriend.
Yeah, we're definitely going to use that footage.
And no one told me what was going on, so...
Well, you'll find out, won't you?
Okay.
Well, we just had a bit of fun, obviously. We like to show our personalities and our sense of humour.
Well, you'll be looking for a long time.
So rude. So we did a little Netflix documentary style, as you did a few weeks ago, where you were absolutely rinsing me. We did the same, just about working here. So you will find out. And Chris also did tell the Norwegian story. So depending on the audio, I'll pop that in as well, so that you can see it from the man himself, and Joe, who was sitting in the background laughing the whole time. So yeah, no, it was really good fun. We had a great time, and it was nice for the team to kind of bond.
Yeah.
But yeah, keep an eye out for the truth behind Sir Centre and Banyans. Is Callum a dictator or not? So yes, no, it was really good fun. So shall we wrap up the episode with our 2 truths and a lie?
Yes, let's do it. Well, good to know we're going in the right direction, because we had one person vote on what they thought was 2 truths and a lie, and it was better than the week before, so we're 100% up on user interaction.
Woohoo!
Come on.
We also, in fact, little shout out, thank you very much. I'm going to keep you anonymous because you didn't say whether you wanted to be anonymous or not. We did get a funny story emailed.
It's only taken 7 episodes, but we finally have cracked the story, and it's only onwards and upwards from here.
Absolutely.
So thank you, user 47253324. It's really appreciated, and it will be used.
Your story will be used next week. And Callum hasn't heard it and won't hear it until the episode.
So thank you.
Yeah.
So 2 truths and a lie. Will be really quick and wrap it up. So the first statement was, I have been on... Well, I wasn't on The Apprentice. I applied to be on The Apprentice. I got to live filming, and then I got rejected. That was, in fact, true. I did try and do that. I had a business at the time called PriceTheCard.co.uk. I thought it was going to be the next revolutionary car buying tool, and I didn't get anywhere with it.
We buy any car there first?
No, it was different. It was different. I'll talk to you about that another day. It's actually quite interesting.
You patented your idea?
No, I haven't.
Copyrighted it?
No, it's 10 years past now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that would have made the millions, to be honest.
What would you want to say to Lord Sugar?
Or
what would your...
His investment for 50% of my business is a rip-off.
What would your little promo bit at the beginning be? You know, when they say
I actually
something
can't. It makes me
daft.
cringe so much, because they had to test me for they had to do a promo video of you, and I think I went on this angle of this young posh boy, the arrogant sort of, and I listened to it back. I was like, you're an idiot. So yeah, nothing's changed.
I did in fact find out that was true, because your mum watched our podcast before it aired, and you were watching it, and she was behind you, and she went, So that was true. The second one was that I applied to be on the Sewing Bee. There's a bit of a theme running here. Applied to be on the Sewing Bee, really running for fame. Yeah.
Applied to be on the Sewing Bee. I got accepted, and then it turned out that they knew I ran a business and they declined. That was a lie. I would have dreamed to be accepted, but they didn't accept me. I don't think I actually got a response. And it took me about 40 minutes to fill out the form. I was fuming because it was literally so much to write into it as well.
Wow.
And I didn't get a reply.
I've never actually looked at what the application is. I'd be curious to know. But
I'm really not selling it. It wasn't too bad, but I did the full application. I was like, oh my God, I'm actually going to get on the sewing bee. Like, I was literally like, oh my God, what? Am I going to be free for those 3 weeks? Like, that's how confident I was going to get on. Didn't even get an email back.
Callum, can you sew?
No. And the last one, which is obviously a truth, Bear Grylls The Island. So I don't know what I was thinking, but if anyone's ever watched Bear Grylls The Island, it's where they take you to a remote island and drop you off for 2 weeks and basically let you starve until you find a way off. Probably the worst thing I could ever think to do. And I thought, I don't know, it's be a great idea. But the most embarrassing thing about it is that I had to do a 10-minute monologue of myself and film it and send it to them. And I didn't get a response to that either.
You got ghosted.
I got ghosted by Bear Grylls The Island. But I did apply, so
Wow.
credit where credit's due.
That's hilarious.
Yep, that's it.
You're not the only person in the office that has applied to something like this, because Kat earlier did say that she'd also applied to, and I can't remember the name of the episode, the programme.
The Lost Survivor or something.
Yeah.
I think that was. I don't want to call her out here, but that was beyond my time. Before my time. Shh.
So yeah, that's absolutely hilarious. So Callum, how much do you want to be famous?
Actually, not too much now. It was more of a 22, 23-year-old thing. Now, I can't help it.
Now you just want to be a podcaster.
I now just want a podcast. Come to work, do my podcast, go home.
Excellent. Well, and we're glad we can make that dream come true for you.
I'm really selling myself short here.
You really are. That was absolutely hilarious. I must admit, I really struggled with those because I could see you doing all three of those.
Yeah, cheers for that. Well, moving swiftly on, let's now move on to your two truths and a lie.
Yes, and I must admit, I really struggled this week.
Yeah, the first thing she said to me when she walked into the room was, I'm not very interesting.
I'm not.
Claire, we've only done 7 episodes. You're going to have to sort yourself out. I can't do it every week.
I'm going to have to do something risky every week.
Yeah.
Just to make my life a bit more interesting.
Well, you did relieve someone on Tuesday.
I told my mum about that, and she was just like, what on earth is wrong with you?
That goes out online.
That I said it, not that I did it.
Just a disclaimer.
Sorry, Mum. Okay, so my 2 truths and a lie in no particular order. Number 1. When I was in college, I had the option of doing fine art, sewing, textiles and fashion, or media. And I absolutely hated sewing. That is statement number 1.
Okay. Next one.
Statement number 2. When I was a child, I used to regularly tell people that I was the child in the sun on Teletubbies.
Sounds really funny. Now you've said it, I can see it.
Literally. May or may not be
What
true.
was the theme tune for it? What was the theme tune for Teletubbies?
I'm not going to sing.
Just hum it.
Do, 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 do.
Did see that? And you did the song like. That's so funny.
Hello.
Was it
that one?
I swear to God, if that's true, I'm actually gonna that's gonna blow my mind. That was iconic.
It was iconic.
Okay, next.
Fun fact as well, I absolutely hated Nunu the Hoover. And nothing's changed.
Oh yeah, the purple thing.
Yeah, I still hate Hoovers. Anyways, moving on. My last statement is when I first started sewing, I managed to sew through my finger and I still have a black mark where the needle went through.
Like actually sew through it?
Mm-hmm. Like got the needle stuck and everything.
Like missed the bone?
Missed the bone, obviously, yeah.
How'd you get it out?
Pulled it.
Pulled it. That's a lie.
I did. It got stuck. It pierced the skin, as in didn't go all. I didn't have literally a needle right the way through my finger. It pierced the skin.
You're making this up as you go along.
No.
Anyway,
you'll have to find out next week.
that is interesting. Okay, so we'll do a vote on that on Spotify. Hopefully we'll get more than one person vote.
Well, you
Let's go for
vote
2.
and I'll vote.
That's a good shout. I think I actually voted on the one where we got 1 vote.
Would not be surprised.
It's got a bit desperate, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I even like our own pictures. Anyway, so as I was the one who introduced the podcast, I'm going to end it today.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to really mix it up. So thank you so much for watching. Have we got anything else to say, by the way? I kind of just forced the ending there. Have you got something else to say?
Well, you're going to do the whole social media.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, okay. I'm just going to sit back and
So,
relax.
Thank you so much for watching episode 7. We will determine the name in due course. You can watch us on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram.
Incorrect.
You can watch us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, Amazon Music,
Apple Podcast.
and Apple Podcast. Unfortunately, you cannot watch us on TikTok at this moment, but please follow us for all content related on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, and other platforms. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again soon.
Bye.